Welcome once again to Radhashmi 2012 at Paradise Temple. Our next presentation, being offered to Sri Radhe, is a short drama showing a glimpse of Radharani's life in Vrindavan. Before I go any further, I'd like to request the curtain holders to please put the curtains up. Now, this is the story of Radharani's coronation when Krishna, Vrinda Devi, along with many other demigods, took pleasure in crowning Sri Radharani as the Queen of Vrindavan. So, we'll take you to the Vrindavan and see what happens in the ceremony. Before we go there, because Vrindavan back in those days didn't have mobile phones, please switch them off or turn them to silent. And please maintain silence during the drama. Thank you.
At the request of Rupa and Raghunatha Goswamis, Srila Jiva Goswami narrated this story in his Madhava Mahotsava. One day, in a secluded grove, not far from Nandagram, Sri Krishna met with goddess Vrinda Devi and devised a scheme by which Sri Radha would be glorified by Vrajavasis and demigods alike. Although the goddess of fortune reigns throughout the three worlds, being pleased with Sri Radha, Sri Hari desired to make her the queen of his homeland, Sri Vrindavan. On that day, Vrinda Devi manifested a divine voice which echoed throughout all of Vraja. Addressing Paurnamasi in a voice like thunder, Vrinda Devi said,
O Queen of Yogis, quickly bathe Sri Radha, who is the Chandra Lakshmi, the lunar goddess of beauty, arisen from the ocean of matchless attributes, upon a jewel-studded golden throne in universally praised Vrindavana. Just as the rays of the moon nourish the entire earth, so the luster of Sri Radha's Abhisheka will bring matchless good fortune to Vraja, Gokula, and to the whole world. By this act alone, love will be spread to everyone. Therefore, do not hesitate.
Then, in the presence of the awestruck Vrajavasis, that ethereal voice instructed Shri Radhika to accept the royal bathing ceremony.
Oh Radhe, Do not hesitate to act boldly for the welfare of your kinsmen in Vrindavana. By this action, you will destroy unlimited misery of the world and bestow supreme charity upon all. After all, even the most reserved maidens must give up their shyness when they accept a husband.
After Abhisheka, Vrindadevi herself appears to crown Radharani. When the ceremony was complete, Sri Radha and her many Sakhis retired to a majestic grove to allot responsibilities for the kingdom. After the gopis had been allocated, various services and the government posts were occupied. Anxious Sri Krishna submitted his desires to the newly appointed Prime Minister Lalita Devi.
Oh, Vanmari, everyone has been allotted to their services according to their liking. Please tell me, what service would you like to render to the queen? For I cannot find any upon which to write your name.
I have a very important service I can offer to the Queen of Braj. I desire to be chief of police and wander throughout the land, announcing the sovereignty of our queen.
If that is your desire, then you must write a letter of application that will be considered for its suitability.
So Krishna writes a letter addressing the Queen of Vrindavan to engage him in her service as the policeman, which gets approved by Radharani. Krishna goes to all the Vrajavasis and get their approval of accepting Radha as their queen. At the completion of his first round of duty, the enchanted policeman reported the news of Vrajavasis' allegiance to the Queen of Vrindavan. With a beatific smile, Sri Krishna happily confirmed the universal submission of her subjects and their satisfaction with her new rule. To increase the nectar of his pastimes, unbeknown to anyone, Sri Krishna hid his flute in Lalita's veil. Looking like the very emblem of innocence, pleading for shelter, he complained to the queen of the theft.
Oh Queen, my dear flute has been stolen in your kingdom while performing my duty.
This is good news. That miserable little flute, which destroys the chastity of Raja's housewives, has disappeared. Finally, we can live in peace and find happiness in our homes.
Sakhi Vishakha, our kingdom will not prosper if common knowledge has that theft is an accepted practice here.
How can we employ a policeman who cannot even protect his own property? What to speak about the property of others? To maintain the integrity of the queen and the throne, he should resign immediately.
Oh Queen, you decide whether I am at fault or not. Being a low-ranking official, what can I do? If one of the royal executives has exerted the influence of their office to misappropriate my little flute.
Everyone, open their wheels and show the policeman whether you have his flute or not. That corrupt official in the position of policeman flute will be severely punished.
Aha! Just see, your queen. The corruption has filtered into the highest offices of your court. Such a chief minister should immediately resign, lest the news becomes public and the good name of the kingdom goes to ruin.
You must have hidden in my clothes to defame me. It must have been you. Of that I am sure. Only someone of your crooked habits who understand what devious ends you have in mind. You are the culprit. Do you dare deny it by taking an oath at the queen's lotus feet?
The ministers all agreed that a deposition at the lotus feet of the empress would be accepted as conclusive evidence. Reaching forward towards Sri Radha, his eyes filled with tears, his body studded with goosebumps, the chief of police hands shivered in ecstasy as they touched her lotus feet. Although Sri Krishna is the very form of rasa, he was